And he is a great follow on Instagram as well. He is hilarious.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I've been very fortunate. As much as I really wanted to fight him when I was in the UFC, just as as a feather in my cap per se. But we had our after parties together a couple times, and he's a really outstanding guy.
Yeah, I've met him once at, I think it was one of the Vegas fan convention things they used to do, and he was the nicest dude. I mean, he was so busy. Everyone wanted to talk to him. I was, just a quick snap picture, and I was a happy guy, so that's all that mattered.
Sure.
Yeah. Now, I have a segment on the show called The 5 Count. I'm going to ask you 5 quick questions, and then you just answer as you can.
Sounds good.
All right. Number 1, how do you take your coffee?
I put coffee in my cream, if that makes sense.
Keep it nice and tan, really.
Yeah, I like a white kind of coffee, maybe a little bit of brown, but more of a white gray per se.
If you owned a liquor company, brewery, winery, or coffee house, which one would you own, and what would the name be?
Oh, I'd have to own the 5 o'clock vodka, business. I reached out to him too. So 5 o'clock is this cheap vodka in Michigan that I used to drink when I was in college and stuff. So anytime I go back to Michigan, I have to buy my 5 o'clock. And I wrote them emails asking for sponsors, but they never answered me. So if I could own any of them, I'd own 5 o'clock vodka. And I'd call it 5 o'clock vodka because that's the classiest stuff around in a plastic bottle.
I mean, if you get any liquor in a plastic bottle, it's classy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's just, just recycle, man.
Yeah, exactly. It's good for the environment. Favorite sport besides MMA?
Football.
Nice. Lions fan, I imagine?
Absolutely.
I am sorry for you, but also hopeful for you at the same time.
Yeah, I mean, this year looks pretty hopeful. Well, like I said, our number 1 draft pick, the wide receiver, just got suspended for the first 6 games for betting football in the facility or something like that. But yeah, Jameson Williams, our best receiver, just got suspended for the first 6 games, so that fucking sucks. And then Cephas, our tight end, just got kicked off the Lions, and another wide receiver got kicked off the Lions for betting as well. So there's already some drama before the season even started.
Oh, they'll look back on this betting thing and just laugh so hard. I can't wait.
It's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah. Who inspires you?
My son.
That's awesome. What would you tell your 17-year-old self?
Just keep keep on keeping on. Because this is a longevity game. There's so many great fighters that have came into the gym that are way better than me. But they just quit a little too early. There were these 2 brothers. There's like Bryce and Brenson Hansen, and they were just 2 incredible world-class fighters. They just couldn't put it together. And, they only trained and competed for a couple of years, and they fought for the World Series of Fighting, which is now the PFL. But then they just got sick of it and sick of not having any money. And if you want to be an MMA fighter, you have to get used to not having money. And the sooner you can accept that you're never going to have money, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah, it's so true because, you get paid, but then you also still got to pay everybody that helped you get to where you are.
When I got to the UFC, my former manager, I had to pay out like $60,000. So everyone's like, oh, you got your 50K bonus and, you got your win and your win bonus and this and that. And it's great. But I think out of my 120 that I grossed, I had to pay out 70.
That's ridiculous.
How fucking gross is that? How gross is that?
Yeah.
I've never, so keep in mind, like, and I don't care. I'm broke. I'm probably always going to be broke, and that's fine. Cause I live a, really good lifestyle. But dude, getting to the UFC, I got paid well, and, on paper it looks like I made a lot of money. I made 120 grand in that year, but then you have to pay everybody out and pay your taxes, and then you don't have anything at the end of it.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, people don't look at the back end of where the money actually goes afterwards. They just see that giant paycheck, and they're like, oh, yeah, man, they're living the greatest life. It's like, but you got to look at how the money went after they got it, and I don't think a lot of people think about it. Yeah.
Dude, it's so true, man. It's like I said, it's throughout all my 20s, I make $25,000 a year because I'm a personal trainer. I work at Extreme Couture, but that's the lifestyle I chose to live. Like, it's not a glamorous lifestyle, but I want to be a fighter. I want to get to the UFC. I get to travel the world. I've traveled the world you know, and I have experiences, international experiences that most people could never buy. You know, I fought in India, I fought in Scotland, I trained in Thailand, I fought in Canada, I fought in Mexico. Right now you know, I fought all over the U.S. Like, a lot of people where I went to high school still haven't even left Michigan, you know, and they might make, you know, good money and stuff, but they've been busting their ass for 20 years, and their vacation is driving 2 hours up north and going into the woods. Fuck that. Like, I might not make 10% of what they make, but like right now I'm in fucking Bozeman, Montana. Like, what the fuck am I doing in Bozeman, Montana? Like, I get to come here, check out the culture of Bozeman and culture of Montana. It's freezing my ass off, and I get paid to come here and talk about MMA. Like, how much better of a gig could I get?
Right. Yeah, and you're not going there on vacation. I mean, yeah, obviously you're taking in the vacation aspect of it when you can, but people want to go to Bozeman now because they've seen it on Yellowstone, and that was never something that they would have even had on their minds 5 to 6 years ago. But since that show came out, I guarantee their population has grown even more because people want to move there. Like, I want to be part of that lifestyle.
It's getting crazy. Well, you have Montana University here, so allegedly, it's a big party town. So I'm I'm on vacation. I get paid to be here, and I get paid to party essentially. So it's a win-win.
Right. Exactly. It's that old saying that if you love the job you're doing, you never work a day in your life.
That's exactly right. Like, yeah, me and my buddy went out 420, got stoned, got drunk, played poker for 3 or 4 hours last night. I mean, I got paid to do that, so it's all good for me.
Yep, that's the dream right there, basically.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah. Now, if people wanted to follow you online, watch your fights, follow your career, listen to you commentate, how can they do all the things?
Hey, so on Instagram, my handle is JAY09MI. Full name is Justin Jaynes. Twitter, Justin Jaynes MMA. Facebook, Justin Michael. You just Google my name, I'll show up. Hit me up on Instagram. Really appreciate all the support and all the love. This is going to be a great comeback season for me. I'm going in 120% like I always do. Maybe I make it back, maybe I don't. But I'll tell you one thing, I'm going to bust my ass to do it, and I know the right way to do it. And I just have to have these cards fall in line for me.
Hell yeah. Justin, thank you so much for your time. I can't wait to see your comeback story come to life, and I can't wait to see what the other side looks for you.
Yeah, I appreciate you, man. Thank you so much for your time.
No problem. Thank you.
All right, I'll talk to you soon.
Thank you so much, Justin, for being on the show. Again, what a fun conversation that was. Again, he is welcome back anytime. He is such a delight to talk to. So thank you again, Justin, for being on the show. Also, again, make sure to sign up for that newsletter to find out even more about our guest, what is going on with your favorite podcast. It's all about beer, coffee, booze, and bruisers, and even more fun facts. Also, make sure to follow us on social media on the Instagram and Threads. It is Brewsers Pod. That is BREWSERSPOD. Also, if you want to send us an email, it is brewserspod@gmail.com. We are also on the Reddit. We are on YouTube. We are on Facebook. So make sure to go find us on all those things. And also, if you want to follow me personally, it is Rody John. That is RODIEJON. Rody John is the name. On the Twitter and on Untapped, in case you want to follow me and find out what I am drinking. Maybe we can go have a beer together. Meet me out in the real world. So also, if you want to follow me on Instagram and the Threads, it is official Rody John. And if you want to send me an email, it is rodyjohn@gmail.com. So until next time, make sure to go out and enjoy life. Drink local, and cheers.